What's up, YouTube? DJ Kryptonite here, speaking boxing and combat sports. I just got a quick take today. Um, it appears that many media outlets are talking. In fact, one of the communications representatives from Showtime actually stated that um, if Errol Spence was to get by uh, Ugas, his next opponent would most likely be Keith Thurman, contingent upon Keith Thurman getting by Barrios, which he should. Um, and reason being is because they say Terrance Crawford is demanding a high number with the fight with regards to the fight with Errol Spence, and they don't think he could generate that sort of revenue in a pay-per-view event. He's not bringing the numbers to the table that will garner them giving him the sort of money that he's actually asking for. Um, it's pretty funny how it's always about money. It's no longer about the competition or the competitive nature of the sport. It's more along of just big business saying, well, we just want to sit on this fight until we have reason to believe that it's going to generate a certain amount of numbers. No longer are the days where you build a fighter up to become that. So let's for example, let's say um, Errol Spence gets by Ugas, Keith Thurman gets past Barrios, Terrance Crawford is waiting in the wind. Now, why wouldn't it be in anyone's best interest to feed Terrance Crawford fights to ensure that when it's time to fight Errol Spence, the money will be there? Because if you're making complaints that the money's not there, I don't know if that's ever a case for not making a fight. But given the greed of corporate America, I think that's part of what it is at this point. The networks and the promotional companies are just trying to get top dollar, which makes no sense. Um, you're just doing the fans a disservice. So at this stage, it seems like Errol Spence should, um, like I said, get past Ugas. If he was to get past Ugas, the next fight, if Keith Thurman was to get past Barrios, it should be Terrance Crawford and Thurman fighting for an eliminator to get to Errol Spence. But I don't even know if Keith Thurman deserves that because he's been out of boxing for almost 3 years. So I'm a bit I'm a bit confused by what they deem the numbers are, or what the numbers are dictating for an Errol Spence Terrance Crawford fight. It just sounds like more corporate American greed uh, and that sort of thing. So I just wonder what your thoughts are. Again, this is coming from a lot of media news outlets, as well as the Showtime sports communications guy. I forget his name at this point. It's irrelevant, really. He's speaking on behalf of Showtime, so whatever he says, that's exactly what the network believes, because he only puts out the information that Showtime wants to be distributed. So it's just odd. I just can't get around this whole corporate American greed mess, and it's and boxing's unwillingness to make good fights. Uh, what they want to do is make uh, uh, fights that generate billions of dollars, and you don't get that every day. That's not the nature of boxing, but you're trying to get that. That's why Tyson Fury and Wilder was such a big deal, because it was a trilogy fight. They both were characters, and they generated a lot of money. They had no problems making those fights because they were they're both characters. They both sold the fight, and they're heavyweights. But now when you get into these smaller weight classes, with the exception of Tank Davis, who really doesn't need any name to fight, because it seems like he's generating revenue without putting any big names in front of him. But at this stage, we're just trying to get corporate. We're just trying to we're trying to make top dollar on every fight, and I don't even know if that's possible. Um, so anyway, I just want to know what your thoughts are on this issue. So, DJ Kryptonite out. Have a good day. Deuces.